As a freshman congressman, how would you build a coalition that would help out our district and our state? And can you also give some examples of how you would work across the aisle and get some bipartisan support in Congress? Rick?
Well, if I'm elected to Congress, President Obama will be beginning his second term in office. And so hopefully the Republicans at that point will realize that it's time to be working with us as opposed to against us and keeping the American people hostage. I would look to, first of all, join the 30% in Congress now who are opposed to unfair trade agreements. And hopefully that percentage will increase. I believe that even Republicans at this point are beginning to see the destruction that unfair trade policies have done to this country, and will take on China. We're going to take on their currency manipulation. We're going to take on their list of violations of the WTO. So I believe getting into Congress in 2012, there will be a coalition of Republicans and Democrats to take on that issue. Also, when the Republicans see the backlash they're going to get from the senior citizen population because of the Ryan budget, they're going to back off that proposal also. And we can fix Social Security and Medicare very easily. For Social Security, we need to increase the tax cap, and it keeps that program sound for many years to come. For Medicare, we need to fight against fraud and abuse. And again, that's not from senior citizens, that's from providers. And we also have to take one of the core components of the Affordable Care Act, which has a patient followed for 30 days, so that the treatment that you get in the hospital, you're not just then taken out the door for a relapse, you're actually covered for the next 30 days. It's better for the patient, and it's better for costs. And those are areas where I think I'll be able to work with Republicans.
Thank you. Jackson?
There's a reason why Congress has a lower approval rating than Muammar Gaddafi, and that's because people are sick of how polarized and how many showdowns have been going on in Congress this year. I believe when I beat Congressman Dent this fall, to beat an incumbent, part of that reason is going to be because people are just disgusted with the way things are going in Washington. And that same sentiment is going to be shared in many other districts, not just the 15th. And I believe there will be a significant number of freshmen that also want to change the way Congress does business, that also want to end the brinksmanship method of negotiation. It used to be in Congress that the way things were done was along the lines of, you scratch my back and I'll scratch yours. And it has become a negotiation that goes along like this. You do what I want, or I'm going to blow us up. You do what I want, or I'm going to default on our national debt. You do what I want, or we're going to shut down the government. That is not the way to operate the United States government. And unfortunately, that's what Republicans, including our current Congressman, Charlie Dent, have been doing. So I expect there to be other people in Congress like me that are willing to work that way, and nothing wakes up incumbents like seeing their colleague on their left or their right thrown out. Now, I also want to say, I know many of these issues Rick and I have been relatively in agreement on. I do hope we get to some question about the issue of choice, because I know that is one where we have a disagreement. Thank you.